Hello and welcome. I am Scrubberlock, and this is City of Villains on the Rebirth server with our Mastermind Nightmare Lass, who's level 6. She has 3,153 XP with 1,484 to go to get to level 5, and just over 2,000 infamy for now, but we're about to get a whole bunch more because I have a million influence and a bit of salvage that I have claimed, that I can claim from having sent to myself from Tiger Strike. We now have some salvage, so we can go ahead and claim this. And then we can delete the email. And if we look, we now have our orange platinum salvage, which we can sell at the auction house when we get a chance. And we now should have a million infamy. Right? And now we have plenty to buy all the enhancements we're going to need for the rest of this character's life. There's a couple of other things. We don't need XP boosts or anything like that. Let's go ahead and claim the revive power. And we can use that at some point if we need it. Meanwhile, we are working on a story arc for Lieutenant Harris. He says the longbow will pay for what they've done to me, and we ask him about available missions. And part 2 of The Price of Friendship, he says there's a lot of ground to cover between here and Fort Darwin, Nightmare Lass. From what I understand, Longbow has dropped supplies for their soldiers in Darwin's Landing. That would be the first target you should hit. Down the road, they've set up a temporary rendezvous point to the Mercy Clock Tower. Taking down Longbow will cut them off from the remaining area of Darwin's Landing. They've also employed the foolish magicians of the Legacy Chain to place down protective runes. I don't believe in magic, but you may wish to destroy them to be on the safe side. Alright, so she rejected me, Nightmare Lass, and now, hear me out, I confess to her that I had some certain feelings towards her. Not only she rejected me, but then she treated me as if I was an idiot and lower than her. What's worse is that all the soldiers stationed in Fort Darwin began to do the same. They saw it in her eyes, the way she looked at me. I was no longer a brave soldier, I was a fool. So now we're going to get revenge for his spurned lover. That's kind of a silly reason to be going on a mission because somebody's lover spurned him, but okay. So, flight is awesome. We need to steal 3 longbow supplies. And I don't know if these are going to be Zowies or what over here. Probably. Oh, yep, there's a supply right there. It's a Zone Glowy, right? A Zowie. So let's go ahead and summon our buddies right there. And that should start the combat immediately. Have fun, guys. And then attack the lieutenant. Eeny and meeny. And then we can click that glowy. I hear another one up. There's one right there. So we'll send them over. Go get him. And it looks like Meanie's getting hurt a little bit, so we'll just go ahead and heal him up. So now my job is going to be to heal these guys more than do damage. Man, they respawn fast. A little too fast if you ask me. It's a little silly that they just suddenly appear that quickly. Alright, so let's right away grab this. And then we go on to the next one. So go get him. And so one of the problems is this guy stays back here. If one of the enemies respawns, then they're gonna aggro to him, right? Alright, we're gonna stay right here, guys. So you're gonna notice me sort of obsessively controlling my followers. And now we defeat 15 longbows. So why wasn't that part of the mission to begin with? That's kind of silly. I wonder why Meanie keeps getting hurt instead of Eenie. Oh, now Eenie got hurt. If you hear some noises outside, it's 4th of July, and some folks are setting off fireworks. Missed him. These guys are pretty good. Wait a minute. We're not supposed to defeat longbow here. Ah. Well, that was foolish. Alright, well, we got some XP. And now we need to go to the rendezvous point. I really do like the sound effects of that flight. Alright, let's summon. And you guys can go attack the sergeant. Yeah, Meanie gets hurt a lot more than Eenie. I wonder why. You can see how these guys are pretty darn awesome, actually. Looks like they're keeping some Arachnos prisoner. So the trick to this is you got to keep your eye on their hit points and heal them up as needed. So my job is keeping them alive more than doing direct damage. I think it's a little ridiculous that these things respawn so fast that you can basically ping pong between 2 points and never have to worry about it. And the old original City of Heroes, things did not respawn that quickly. Now I do know that players don't like hunt missions, and I certainly didn't. And so I guess one of the things they did was make it respawn that fast so that you can easily get your total number, you know, easily get to 15. But the thing is, you could fix that by just not having the stupid hunt missions. Right, we got somebody coming here. She's probably going to aggro to us. Heal my guys. And Eenie could use another heal. And I think I'm going to send Eenie after her. There we go. Because I knew that guy was about dead. Oh, Meanie's hurt. So this is kind of, by the way, if you're a healer in a group, what you have to do is keep an eye on everybody and make sure you heal them up when they need it. Just like that. Now, of course, in a group, you're not, like, commanding them to attack at the same time, right? You're just watching their health bars and healing up as needed. Right, and I need to stay close so that they can get the benefit of my area effect healing. We have 3 more guys to attack. So I guess we'll just keep ping-ponging between these. We have no reason not to. I like these guys. They're doing a pretty good job. And it's not been hard to keep them alive. This should be our last one. And now we need to defeat 5 legacy chain. So I'm going to dismiss them once again. And head off to the next waypoint, which is over here. And that's mainly to just try to avoid... the sound is weird. It's like the flight sound turns off. That's very strange. The idea is to avoid the intervening aggro in between where you were and where your next waypoint is. Destroy 5 legacy chain runes. There's a rune. Okay, so we need to destroy those. So let's start with that guy. So you're going to see me doing a lot less active stuff as we level up, and mostly watching my guys and making sure that they are healed up. And obviously I will defend myself, but I'm going to let my guys do most of the damage. No, be careful over here. No, we don't want you. No, I don't want you. I don't want you aggroing. I don't want you aggroing these other guys. How did they get... Oh, that's right. I resummoned them and they got set back on aggressive. Alright, well, I'll try to keep them alive. It sounds almost like a Star Trek teleporter sound. Let's have them both attack the same guy. Alright, stay here. No! That is really annoying. How did they get set on aggressive? Okay, that's frustrating. Is it when I tell them to move that they get set on aggressive? Not sure. Get over here. Okay. I'll take care of this thing. That's one. Let's stay over here so that we're not getting caught in all the aggro up there. Yeah, I guess when you tell them to attack, it goes straight into aggressive, which it really shouldn't. Yep. Switches them to aggressive. That's frustrating. So now I'm going to have to micromanage that. Well, guys, hopefully those of you who are watching, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the Mastermind, how you're enjoying it. I'm actually having a lot of fun. I think it's pretty cool. Whoops. Alright, let's have him finish off the last of the runes. And now we have to release Arachnos prisoners. So again, I will desummon my guys. I wonder if there's a group desummon. Yeah, see, it makes that noise and then silence, which is really weird. It's not what Flight does. Flight actually makes a little bit of noise. So now we have to free some Arachnos prisoners. Alright. This is going to be super fun trying to manage the aggro here. Go. Yeah, Meanie definitely takes more damage than Eenie most of the time. Now, one way to keep them from over-aggroing is to just keep sending them to the enemy you want. Right? As soon as one enemy is down, one set of enemies is down, you immediately send them to the next guy. Yeah, it absolutely is the case that the respawning is way too fast. I mean, you don't even have time to defeat the second spawn and the first one's back already. That's just too fast. When they originally created City of Heroes at first, right? The rule was if you were standing in view, they would not let the thing respawn because they thought it was too unrealistic to have things just materialize in front of you. So we are done. We've gotten enough groups. So as soon as this battle is over, we will call Lieutenant Harris. Oh, and I have not been attending my little henchman here. There we go. Alright guys, you can dismiss. Because I'm going to go straight up. And we're going to call our contact. And we've leveled up. We're level 7, guys. That is not bad. He says, I can hear the chaos over the longbow communicators tonight where I last. They're all speaking your name in fear. Good. Because I've given them nightmares. Now, before we call him again, though, we are going to go train up with Arbiter Richard. Now I'm hearing sound. It's weird that sometimes you hear it and sometimes you don't. Not sure if you guys can hear it because I keep the sound dramatically reduced for the game because otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear my voice. But I can definitely hear a difference right now versus the way it was. Oh, we got a whole bunch of enhancements I need to sell. I really got to do that. I got to go to the quartermaster, I guess. Oh, there's a quartermaster right here. Okay, good. Let's sell our stuff. We don't need any of it right now. Let's see. Yeah, this is all low-level stuff. Let's just zap it all. Can we get rid of that? No, we can't. I'm going to just have to delete it. Bye. We don't need this crap. We'll get invention enhancements when we get to level 25. 22. Okay. We're going to go to the Arbiter. And he's going to train us up to level 7. So let's see, Soothe. Let's take a look at the stats on this. 16 endurance, we got to put endurance reducer on it. Recharge time we don't need, so we're going to need to 4-slot that as well. And we can delete those enhancements too. So I'm not going to really worry about enhancing things before we get to 12th level. Then we will get a full set of DOs. This is going to be 6-slotted. We'll 4-slot these 2 powers with a single endurance reducer and then 3 heals. I'm not going to worry about Lash because I'm really not planning to do a lot of attacking, as you saw. I'm mostly going to be having my minions do my damage. Let's do one more mission, and then we'll wrap up this episode. Great, end of the story arc. So this is the finale, guys. The last thing we have to do is deal with the sudden reinforcements from the legacy chain. Longbow believes they helped turn the tide, but they cannot. Afterwards, you can get into Fort Darwin from an entrance on the beach. The main target is the Metaporter system that they've set up. Once that's destroyed, we can ensure that any longbow we deal with will not be returning. So we have to defeat 10 legacy chain. There's a lot of street missions here and very few indoor missions. It's a little strange that they have so few door missions in the tutorials, because usually those are designed to teach you how to do this stuff in the door missions, like rescue hostages and so forth. Here we are, 7th level. I don't think we've rescued a single or kidnapped a single hostage. You do more kidnapping as a villain, but it's the same thing. You find a guy and you lead him out through the doorway as a captive. We haven't done any of that. I don't think we've clicked on very many glowies inside missions, just one. We've only used an elevator once. We've really only had a couple of door missions at all, right? 1 or 2. Notice, interestingly enough, so far I don't think I've had to use any inspirations at all. Our endurance is holding up really well. It won't keep holding up if we have to keep doing heals, but so far it's holding up quite well. Alright, so now to defeat 10 legacy chain. So let's stop right here. Summon our buddies. And they're going to attack. They're doing a pretty good job, these guys. And they're just the minion level, right? They're not the lieutenant level. The lieutenant level guys are much more powerful. Yes, I'm not sure why Meanie takes so much more damage than Eenie. I don't think they're really different. I don't think there's any difference to their stats other than like what type of damage they're doing. So one of the things I think I need to do is set it so the NPCs do not, or at least these guys, do not put word balloons onto the screen, because it's getting a little bit hard to see what's going on with all these word balloons. Getting a little spammy. But we got to defeat the legacy chain here first before we before I make that change, because of how fast they respawn. Yeah, I think they definitely have the respawn timer way too fast in this zone. Now, one thing I don't know is if that's a thing that from live, or if the Rebirth guys tweaked it. I just don't know about that. But you see how fast. So defeat this one guy is going to be the last one. And then I can put these 2 guys away. And then we'll check the options and see if there's a way to get rid of their word balloons. Okay, guys. don't think the legacy can fly, so now let's take a look at options. And let me just see what we've got here. Chat balloons. I guess I'll disable them since I don't really do any role playing with this character, and that should shut the demons up. I mean, they'll still talk in the... I don't know why this thing keeps... The tabs keep disappearing on me, but they'll keep talking in the pet window, I guess, but I won't have to see their nonsense in the main screen. And one of the things we need to do is get stealth and invisibility for this character, so I can do things like this without being seen. Alright, in we go, and we'll summon our demons again. Eenie and Meanie. And at some point, in another few levels, we'll have Miney. Retake Darwin. 3 bombs to arm and destroy the meta power system. You guys are coming with me. I don't really need you. I have my own minions that I can control. Come with me, boys. So now, instead of disarming bombs, you arm them. Go get them. Now, interestingly, I can probably heal the skulls too, right? Yeah, because they're allies. I feel like the fog is really intense. Let me just take a look. Maybe let's enable the depth of field. No, that doesn't do anything. I noticed it earlier when I was doing Tiger Strike that there was a lot of fog. I hear a glowy. And there's one of the bomb locations. So I'm going to hang back here and let my guys do the dirty work. And I'll heal as needed. How are the skulls doing? Hey, they're doing alright. Oh boy. You guys aggroed, didn't you? Alright. Where's Meanie? Let's make sure they're both attacking the same guy. Yeah, that really makes me think of the Star Trek teleporter. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more fog. Look at that. Look how foggy that looks. I don't remember it being like that a few days ago. I feel like something changed in my settings. Not sure what. Really don't need the Phoenix Wings right now because we're not flying. Whoa! Alright, so this is an ambush. By the way, guys, these are newer missions. This is not the original missions that they started City of Villains with. Because ambushes and stuff didn't exist even at the beginning of City of Villains, really. Rendezvous with Lieutenant Harris. I have no idea where to go for that. So I guess we'll keep going. Another elevator. One thing that I like less about City of Villains than City of Heroes is I really am not a fan of these particular maps. Okay, so this must be his girlfriend. So now you're going to face the consequences of spurning my love. But she's only a minion, a lieutenant though. She's not a boss. It's unfortunate. Alright, go get her. Is that Harris? What have I done? What have I done? Nightmare lass. I wanted vengeance. I wanted the pay. I wanted justice. But seeing her dead like that, it doesn't give me anything. Was I right in all this? And I'm gonna say, yeah, you were right. And he says, but it doesn't feel right. What am I supposed to do now? Get yourself together. I can't. This is all wrong. Working with Arachnos, betraying everyone, all over what I thought. What are you trying to say? I don't know. I don't have anything left. My career in the longbow is gone. I can never return to America, my family, my friends. The only place I have now is you. The only person I have left now is you, ironically. Nightmare lass. Though now, I don't even have anything left to offer you. And I'm going to say, you're a loose end. You have to be put down. Yeah, let's do it. He's definitely a loose end and he's an idiot. He did all this because his girlfriend, because the girl that he had a crush on said she didn't like him. Now we have to fight 3 longbow groups. Top side. Do we go out this way? I guess. Yeah. Alright, let's start hitting them. Man, this is great. Getting to half a level for doing this. One thing I've got to do better at is judging the distance of that heal. Because I'm not really used to it yet. I love the whip. It's a shame I'm not going to be using it much. But there's really no reason to. When what I really need to be doing is healing my minions. There should be one more group of longbow up here. And there they are. Go get them, guys. The other thing to watch out for is the fire guy doesn't run up as much as the ice guy, which is probably Meanie, which is probably why Meanie gets hurt more. Whoops. So that if I'm doing an AoE heal, I gotta watch out because one of them will get it and the other one won't. Alright. Pretty cool, guys. We finished that story arc. We killed our second contact. It's awesome being a villain. We earned a badge. That's great. Let me dismiss my little minions. we need our wings back. So we need to return to Mercy City. Oh, I guess we can do this instead of flying back. Or the helicopter. And now we can speak with our operative. Since our contact is dead, we can't use him to end the story arc. Nightmare Lass, good to see you made it back. Your name is becoming well known around Mercy, of course. Not in the most pleasant way. Many people seem to be counting on Longbow to free them from the deeds of people such as yourself. And I say so. Did you just want to congratulate me, or? And he says, somewhat. I've been ordered to give you this letter from Kalinda and to inform you that you've made a lasting impression on the organization of Arachnos. To be honest, you made many in the group look like fools. They had said it was impossible to kick Longbow out, and yet you made it happen. I honestly couldn't care less about Arachnos. Are we done? Humph. We are done, Nightmare Lass. Do not be surprised with that attitude when you are assaulted by Arachnos in areas outside of Mercy. No, I won't be surprised. You should go to Port Oaks by ferry, etc., etc. Okay. We still have some contacts. This guy, that's the architect, so we don't really know that, but we have Dr. Graves, and we can work on him. And I think we might have Kalinda in the future. Not really sure. What happens if we talk to her? Oh yeah, she can give me missions as well. Yep. Alright. So let's go level up to level 8. And we're 4 levels away from getting DOs, dual origin enhancers. We should have a couple enhancements now. More damage. We can give that to our... Whoops, wrong thing. We can give that to our demonlings. And we go to Arbiter Richard, and he trains us up. Well, let's see. Let's get Enchant Demon. That'll improve our little demonlings. That is pretty cool. Now that's a buff. There's heals up here. I'm going to put that up there, actually. So I'm going to use this for my attacks. Summon is over here. And then things that heal and buff the minions are up here. I have not yet, I don't think, needed to use an inspiration. That is pretty awesome. Alright, we're done. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Scrapper Lock. We're playing Nightmare Lass, and I'll see you again next time in City of Villains.